about, especially recently with the events of Bolivia, and how, I don't know if you've been following that at all, just like how
Yep.
like so socially organized their broader population, especially indigenous populations, around like the unions, and how the unions are almost kind of like a form of like cultural expression as well as a kind of tool of economic power as well. So those combinations that, I mean, really only existed for a short period of time, if at all, in America, are what, I mean, I personally think the end goal is. But in a political world where that doesn't exist, you definitely can't push those buttons. You definitely can't, and you need to build the messaging first. You need to like organize first before you can really run on that in kind of a national scale.
Yeah, I think for leftists that is an issue. Latin America is like, I'm sure we could have a whole episode
Yeah.
based just on Latin America and politics there in general. But so the conservatism in Latin America and the conservatism in the United is very different. Same with the leftism in Latin America, right? And the leftism, or rather lack of leftism in the United States. It's very different. But like it's all of these like if you look in, I'm especially interested in Europe, like at the moment, right? If you look at countries like Poland, right, or Hungary, right, which are sort of very right wing, very nationalistic, but on terms of social welfare expenditure, like big government expenditures, it's very far to the left, actually. Very generous welfare schemes. And now in the United Kingdom, the Conservatives, running away from Thatcher, right, and embracing more of a more generous policies when it comes to that. It's I do think the United States, the Conservatives are going to reorient more in that direction. Actually, there's going to be no more Ayn Rand in the United States. We won't see many people reading her. I think
That
many
would be
conservatives.
That would be very, very welcome. I would like to say. And on that, yeah, let's hope you're right on that. On that positive note, I think we can end right here because we have had a nice long episode. Yep. Edward, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure, great conversation, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, next Thursday for our next episode, we plan to have Micah Utrich of Jacobin Magazine and author of Bigger Than Bernie, wrote the book on the future of the left-wing movement. He will be joining us for an interview.